The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host. The new Black.
Hey, good morning to you beautiful people. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. I am your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, and we are going to be taking some time today to dive into a new coin for us to be introduced to a coin called Chiliz. CHZ is the ticker symbol on our crypto market. And so we take a look here at Chiliz, learn about this token and what it does and what it was created for. I think it's a pretty interesting token set, to say the least. Thanks so much for joining us here, man. We've got a couple of announcements. We do have, again, in the description, you will see a link to our class, Intro to Crypto 103, which is going to cover wallets and security. That's actually this Saturday, 2 days away. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can, find that link in the description of this video and register for class. If you want to learn about wallets and security, how to secure your crypto, how to acquire your crypto, and different wallets that you need for different crypto. So it's not as confusing as it sounds, but there are different levels from easy to more difficult, but then obviously from less secure to more secure. So depending on how deep you want to get into this thing, it's available to you. Then also there is a link to Coinbase, which is a great starter place for you if you want to dive into this world. I think Coinbase is a great place to actually get started. One of the easiest places to acquire crypto, in my opinion. I'm just checking my settings right now, making sure that my audio is good. Oh, no, change my microphone. It's always changing my microphone. Let me change my microphone. Okay, there we go. Should be better as far as voice is concerned. All right, man. Good morning to you. Thanks so much. Miss Goodridge is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us. Miss Tisha out of Mississippi is in the house as well. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. What you see on the screen, guys, is our Fear and Greed Index. This is, showing I think we dropped down maybe 1 point from yesterday. We was at 23. It's showing there's still some fear in the market and trepidation. A lot of uncertainty that's taking place right now, which is kind of driven some of the, I would call some of the weaker hands out of the market. But we also saw this jump up from 2 days ago from a level of 10 to level of 22. So we are starting to actually see some increase or some inflow, and we're getting towards the end of the week. And so if we've been noticing some trends, which we'll take a look at the chart in just a second, we noticed that, as we get towards the end, towards the weekend, this will probably start to go down. Weekends, or especially summer weekends, are great times to spend money, to close out positions on Fridays and Saturdays. That's what typically happens in the stock market, and we're starting to see that here in the crypto market as well. So, some people, some traders are day traders, week traders, things like that. Here we have our whole market as a whole on coinmarketcap.com. Another 100 some odd coins have been created at 10,616 as it relates to total cryptos or total tokens that have been created and used in some way, form, or fashion. Probably, if I were to guesstimate, I'd probably say about 75% of them won't develop into anything. But that's the beauty of a new space where you have a lot of creativity taking place. To see what will be adopted, what won't, what will change the game, what won't, who's going to come out on top, who won't, so a lot of different coins being created for a lot of different reasons. But I am starting to see some categories which you can place many of the coins or the tokens in, and their use cases as well. We have a $1.35 trillion in the crypto market space right now. That is a decrease of 0.69% from yesterday. We have seen this thing as high as about $2 trillion. So we have, saw some decline over the past month, and we'll be taking a look at a chart here in just a second. Bitcoin dominates the market. BTC 46.3% of the market. That's $624 billion in the Bitcoin. They consider this to be a store of value. They consider it to be digital gold. It's considered to be, obviously, it's the first cryptocurrency ever created, and it dominates the market. The most popular coin, Ethereum, which is a token for which a lot of projects are built upon, is 16.8% of the market. $225 billion flowing in the Ethereum space, and so that represents, between those two tokens, represents what's that? 64% of the market is Bitcoin and Ethereum as far as your market cap, as far as your money is concerned. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin in just a second, but let's take a look here at our top 10 coins. That have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether at 62 billion, Binance Coin, which is another exchange, and a lot of things happening in the Binance space, 46 billion, Cardano, which is or ADA, which is competition, I would say, for Ethereum, a platform, a project for which things are built upon, 42 billion. Our great meme coin, Dogecoin, that they got $30 billion in that market. XRP, which we will probably take a look at tomorrow, 29 billion. USD coin, and Polkadot. Polkadot we looked at last week. That's another platform for which crypto is being projects are being built upon, 14.9. And then we have Uniswap, close to $10 billion. Uniswap is an exchange, places where people can exchange their crypto for other crypto if they have a desire for it. Basically, it's a great place to trade, great place to exchange your cryptocurrency. The difference between, I would say, Uniswap and Binance: Uniswap, you have to have crypto in order to exchange. Binance, I believe you can come in with fiat currency or your dollars in order to acquire crypto. So it's some strategy and some movements that can be made in this space. I'm gonna go over to decrypt.com to see if we can take a look at a better chart. Maybe I think it comes up a little bit better over here. We'll take a look at some news that's taking place in the cryptocurrency market here today. This is a great place for learning, for information. Decrypt.com. What I found, they do have some spaces over here to learn about different exchanges, different protocols, different projects. So a little bit more what we call some not so good news. A crypto earning app, Celsius, shutters UK operations amid regulatory uncertainty. So it looks like their app, Celsius, over in the United Kingdom is shutting down, which is not good. For good news, you have Bitcoin. The Bank of International Settlements to slam Bitcoin annual economic report, again, not good. So news is coming out to drive the price down. We could say giving people a better opportunity to get in. The 27,000. That's the number that Robert Kiyosaki threw out. If you watch his podcast and his shows, he said, "Man, get to 27,000, he's going to be buying more." So it feels like to me that each and every day we're having some more news come out, regulatory news come out to continue to suppress the price. But I think, again, I'm not looking at short term. I'm looking at long term for BTC and cryptocurrency, which is why I continue to do this show, so we can learn more about the projects that are behind that are being developed and see if they have long term value. Now, big news yesterday, John McAfee, very interesting here. I don't know what this has to do. Well, he was a big enthusiast for cryptocurrency, but he's in Spain, and he was accused or charged of tax evasion in the United States, and they finally, I guess, caught him over in Spain, and we're working on extradition, bringing him back to the United States to face his charges. Well, when that news came out yesterday, about 2 hours later, he wound up dead. So he is now, has passed away in a Spanish prison. Very interesting how that plays out. And then he said about 2-3 years ago, he said, if you ever found him dead, just know it was not suicide. That's something that he said, I think, 2 years ago. So very, very interesting, situation that took place yesterday. Rest in peace, John McAfee. I'm not quite sure what's true, what's not true, but nonetheless, he has departed from this earthly plane. But here's some good news: Bitcoin ETFs, which would be on your stock exchanges in Brazil and Dubai, they launched their first Bitcoin exchange traded funds. So you have some institutions who are picking up Bitcoin into portfolios, into IRAs, into 401ks, things like that. So you have a mix of news that's come out, and there's only been an adjustment of the Bitcoin space, only down 2% over the past 24 hours. So we had the drop down about 28,000, a run back up to 34,000, and now it's kind of going sideways here. And we'll see what happens here today. But I really want us to take a look at long-term approaches. Here's a chart over the past 24 hours. As we saw, China returning, but it's been traveling and trying to break. It's going to try to break this 34,000 mark at some point in time, or it's going to break down to the bottom, down to, under 28,000. Over the past 7 days, we see the decline 13% over the past 7 days of 1 month, 10% over the past month. But if you've been holding Bitcoin for the past year, you're up 261%. So this is why I continue to talk about long-term versus short-term. If you're looking at it from a short-term perspective, you're going to deal with a lot of stress, a lot of volatility. Just ask yourself, can you handle things moving up and down? You get super excited when it's up. You get depressed when it's down, or stressed out or anxious when it's down. But if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective, once we get through all of this what I would call temporary suppression for Bitcoin price, I can see it very easily getting back up and passing through its high of 62,000. So all depends on what you kind of believe in, what you believe as far as what's going on with crypto, with Bitcoin predominantly, but cryptocurrency as a whole. Take a look at these comments, guys. See what you guys are talking about here. We are going to look up Chiliz. I thought Chiliz very interesting token to me. We'll see what they're talking about. They closed. He died. Yes, he died yesterday. Yes, he did. You say, Eric, what's going on, Mr. Troop? How are you? Dubai is about money. China is about control. America is about controlling money. Hey, man, it is very interesting to see these different countries and what they seem to, what they value as governments who run and control those countries. I'm sorry. And I would probably have to kind of agree with what you're saying there, brother. I'm not quite sure where we stand as far as America is concerned. The interesting thing about democracy is that the people can have a voice and the people can stand up. We are seeing the people fight for what they want versus being in some communist country where they really don't have a shot to fight for what they may want. Who's to say that the people in China don't want to be able to participate in the cryptocurrency space, but the people who run and control the country don't want the people to participate in that space. So very, very interesting. If you know anybody in China, talk to anybody in China, what's interesting is how much the governments have gotten the people to believe in the government versus themselves. So there's some who say, whatever the government says must be best for me. And there's others that say, man, I don't subscribe to what the government says because the government does not have my best interest in mind. So that kind of depends on where you stand as it relates to government. So we'll be taking a look today at Chiliz, which is an interesting token nonetheless. Find out a little bit about this token, what it is, what's created for, and again, determine for ourselves any long-term value for this particular token. Chiliz is 24 cents. Good thing about I like that number because everything isn't $32,000, right? So this will be, I would consider to be a low caps, a lower cap, crypto token at $1.4 billion in this space, in the Chiliz space. They do have a total supply of 8.8. That's an interesting number, 8.8888 billion tokens that'll be in supply, maximum supply as well. But they only have 5.89 Chiliz tokens in circulation right now. So they still have tokens to be distributed, probably as they grow, or as demand kind of asks them to liquidate their tokens into the space. Once fully diluted, which means all of the tokens are in circulation, market cap would pretty much double to 2.13 billion. So it does have room to grow. Again, it's all about adoption, and we'll find out about Chiliz and look into, is this a space that we believe could be massively adopted. So let me see if this little chart here will work for us. We do see a run up of Chiliz here. It looks like, since the beginning of the year, it was something that was basically 5 cents at one point in time, ran all the way up, almost reached $1, got to about 8 cents or 80 cents. I'm sorry, which is a huge run up for those that were in this space very, very early. Probably made a lot of money in the Chiliz run up, but then we see the decline ever since April, in the middle of April. We see the decline, and now we see sideways consolidation. So this thing has been declining a little bit more different than just a regular BTC chart, but we do see the sideways consolidation, giving us an indication that right around where we are now, 25 cents, 24 cents, could be a place of support. Could be a good entry point for Chiliz if you find this token to be of interest to you. Now, again, this is just me reading a chart, not investment advice, but just educational. You can decide for yourself and do your further research, see if there's something that's of interest. So what is Chiliz? So CHZ is the ticker symbol on the crypto space, Chiliz. So you can put that in the comments below to represent our crypto token here. So what is it? So it's the leading digital currency for sports and entertainment. So this is a sports and entertainment token, powering the world's first blockchain-based fan engagement and rewards platform, Socios.com. So we'll be taking a look at Chiliz, the website, and then also we'll be taking a look at Socios.com. Now, this is a token that was created overseas. This was a program that's created overseas, so you don't see it here in the United States. But this is I see a lot of what they have is for soccer. But we'll take a look and see what sports and what entertainment, I guess clubs or franchises have engaged or have become a part of the Socios platform to participate in basically blockchain fan engagement. Fans can purchase and trade branded fan tokens. So this is kind of like a NFT in a sense, with your favorite players or whatever the case may be, as well as having the ability to participate, influence, and vote in club focus surveys and polls. So for your favorite sports team, becoming a fan, becoming a token holder as a fan, you can participate in governance. They put some stuff out to the people that have invested in them to ask them how they like to proceed in particular areas. And there's a vote that takes place from the fans, and that is what the club decides to do. So they involve the fans give the fans a little bit of power as relates to how they run their franchises. So it's founded in 2018 in Malta. The company's vision is to bridge the gap between active and passive fan, providing millions of sports fanatics a fan token, which acts as a tokenized share of influence. So this is when it says a share of influence, we're talking about a social token. It would be represented for a particular club. So just for example, your favorite sports team, right now we have NBA playoffs going on right now with Atlanta Hawks and I believe the Milwaukee Bucks, and then we have the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers, right? And if you were a fanatic, they had they were on the Socios.com, you could get a fan token and participate in that club's, day-to-day, the club's movement, get some rewards and things like that. Now, I don't know why the question that I would have is, there seems to be a cost to be an active fan, right? But then again, you would probably go and buy a jersey or something like that as well. So that it does sound like there's still a cost, regardless of how you look at it, to be an active fan versus a passive fan. As the exclusive online on-platform currency, fans use Chiliz or the CHZ token to purchase these branded fan tokens, which gives users influential decision-making power by allowing them to vote on polls our partners publish or within the Socios app. So again, I don't think this is I think the app is available in the United States, but the trading network is not. Ownership also gives fans access to exclusive rewards and incredible experiences, as well as gamification, social interaction, and leaderboard features, with more additional launching through 2021 and beyond. So here are the main features of the Chiliz or the CHZ token. Again, sports and entertainment token, a social token, for fanatics, and with more and more, I guess, franchises may be coming on board. So the CHZ and Chiliz was recently added to Coinbase, giving it a little bit of a bump. So it is easy to acquire as well right now. So the CHZ token exclusively fuels Socios.com, their consumer-facing platform where fans can utilize their fan tokens to participate in polls and surveys. The token also are required to participate in the fan token offerings. The initial sale of fan tokens in Socios locker room, where popular demand shows potential partner clubs or sports how much appetite there is for fan tokens, and in doing so will further influence clubs or sports brands to join Socios.com. Chiliz token will also be used to purchase or trade fan tokens to the consumer-facing platform Socios.com. Fan token can be traded on the Chiliz in-house exchange. That's the part that's not available in the United States to trade these tokens against the Chiliz. So that's the place where people, users who have a token may want to trade for another token. That's not available in the United States right now. But that's just like trading baseball cards. You can go and trade fan tokens. The Chiliz token has high liquidity and is also traded on some of the largest and globally recognized exchanges. Again, just adding Coinbase to this, Binance, Bitpanda. This is a global token. So a little bit about Socios. We'll look at that website. We'll look at the Chiliz website today. So you guys can see some of the major sports organizations, esports organizations that have joined to provide fans this experience. So you have FC Barcelona, Juventus, AC Milan, OG Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, and Professional Fighters League have all launched fan tokens on the platform. Many more leading sports entertainment properties from around the world are set to launch fan tokens in the near future. Chiliz Socios has multiple office locations, Turkey, Korea, Switzerland, and is set to open new offices in Spain, United States, and Brazil. The company has employed over 100 plus talented staff and set to double throughout 2021. So it looks like they are growing or trying to grow in a sense. And we'll take a look here at Socios, and we'll take a look here at Chiliz, the both websites. So again, the Chiliz token powers Socios.com. Where the fan tokens are exchanged. And let's take a look first at Chiliz though, and see what they are talking about over at Chiliz.com. So it has a lot of looks like some protection going on here. Again, this is a website that is okay. I got it big enough. Let me see what you guys are talking about over here. So sports and entertainment blockchain or token powering the Socios.com platform. All right. Powering the Socios.com platform. So you guys talking about over here in the comments, and I'll catch up and we'll move forward. Sports entertainment, NFT connoisseur, social interaction. Yes, that's right, Miss Glenda. Miss Glenda asked that question in the group today about those discounts. So hopefully he responds for some code for BBC members for a class this Saturday. So I didn't forget about your question yesterday. So this is the world's leading blockchain fintech provider for sports and entertainment. We do have What's going on, Igor? Let's see here over YouTube. The Chiliz are keeping the price down low for fan tokens to be always affordable to buy fan tokens. Chiliz will never surpass $1. Okay, thanks so much. Never. That's pretty cool. Is that $1 across all platforms or just the United States dollar? So that's pretty cool. It still has flexibility though. It does still adjust as far as price to token is concerned. But I think that once we take a look at the take a look at the fan experience, I think that that's really where I think this token really has its strength. Not necessarily being a tradable token, but actually to participate in the fan experience. So Chiliz developed the Socios.com sports fan engagement platform, which is built on the Chiliz blockchain infrastructure and uses CHZ as an exclusive on-platform currency. So what I see here is obviously the Socios.com platform would have to be adopted and become mainstream and become very globalized for the Chiliz token to actually be grow in great value beyond where it is today because of its exclusivity. So for those who've never heard of Socios.com, those who've never heard about Chiliz, this may not be something they adopt, but as we get more and more sports and entertainment on the blockchain, this might become one of those tokens that's used. And then as Socios becomes adopted more and more by official partners, then that's where we start to see some adoption for the token, which is then used to buy the crypto, which is then used to acquire the tokens for our sports fanatics that are out there. So you have again, we're gonna take a look on Socios to see what all these different symbols mean. But these are a lot of them are soccer teams or across the world or football teams, and then we do have esports, which will be if you ever watch people playing games like Fortnite, stuff like that. You have esports teams. Some have adopted. I believe the 76ers. I saw that name come up, and then you have like USC. I'm sorry, UFC, which is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is I think newly added. So Chiliz is a currency option for blockchain-backed products and services geared towards mainstream consumers. We want to elevate everyday experiences, fan engagement, entertainment, alternative payment solutions for conventional products, and more. So you can imagine exchanging a fan token or acquiring enough fan tokens to then buy some paraphernalia, maybe at a discounted price because you are a VIP reward or member or something like that. Chiliz provides sports entertainment entities with blockchain-based tools to help engage and monetize their audiences. And so you can see here where these entities, these franchises that may be looking at this blockchain space and saying, well, how can we use cryptocurrency? How can we use blockchain to make more money and as a viable solution or an alternative to what we are add on to what we currently do as far as fan engagement is concerned. You will have some fans that are all about crypto and may be interested in some of the things that you offer through your fan tokens. So it's another space to be able to acquire your fans and stuff like that. So let's go over to the Socios fan engagement platform. It's built on the Chiliz blockchain infrastructures and uses Chiliz as an exclusive online platform. So we'll take a look at all the fan tokens here in just a second. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything over here. We'll take a look at the top. They got some press coverage as well, and then we'll go back up to the top. So the Chiliz exchange, is not available. It's going to pop up and not give us some functionality there. Then you have your blockchain explorer, which is the Chiliz blockchain. Then you have your Chiliz token, so it'll take a look here at your token details, what people are buying and holding. Let's take a look at this. So this will be what's very popular as far as our fan tokens are concerned. So down here, where you can actually buy and acquire your Chiliz tokens, crypto.com, Coinbase Pro just added Upbit, Binance if you wanted to acquire the Chiliz token. Then they have kind of where to store your Chiliz on the Zengo or Trust Wallet, which are all downloadable apps as well. So these are places where you can acquire the. Let me see if there's any recent news as it relates to Chiliz. Anything new coming on board? Any new projects? Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining. How are you? So Ms. Goodrich, you say I said yesterday I'm going to talk about the difference between Solana and crypto. I don't think I said that. I said that we mentioned Solana is a crypto. So there's Solana is a form of cryptocurrency. So when you say the difference between the two, the crypto is a category and Solana is in that category. Okay. So I don't know how to kind of how to explain the difference. But Solana is a platform for which other crypto tokens or cryptocurrencies are built upon. That's what we learned yesterday. So we have here SC Corinthians to launch SCCP fan token to join socios.com. So a new team being added, and that was from June 22nd. That was actually 2 days ago that news came out. So it looks like they got some new adoption for sports teams to expand upon. Vitality, which is a French esports giant, they joined for global expansion. So I like that. Welcome 76ers. Became the first NBA franchise to partner. So it's the first one. That was June 17th. Valencia CF, which I believe is another probably football or soccer team. You have Mineiro, first Brazilian club to launch a fan token. So they're Argentina national team, FTO. So you do have some global teams. So basically what I'm seeing here, our soccer teams are getting into this space to be able to provide, looks like, what's this? Valencia CF, VCF fan token to take front of shirt space in world's first. What's this? What's this right here? This is interesting. So is this like a digital shirt? A digital, what is this? Oh, so the club joins, but then the shirt looks like it's what is a reward for their fans. This digital shirt to have this in your NFT kind of space, your collectible space. That's pretty cool. It's going a little slow, so I'm going to exit out of that. So let's take a look at Socios. All right, so here's Socios. So here's what the Chiliz token powers. Is this socios.com. So they have an app, polls that are out, rewards, fan tokens. You learn about it. We'll click on learn in just a second. But the creators of fan token become more than a fan. We believe passion should be recognized and that every fan has a right to make their voice heard wherever they are in the world. So you can imagine, fans complain and all this stuff about some things that happen with their sports team, maybe who they draft, the location and stuff like that. Well, becoming a fan, getting a fan influence or an active fan gives kind of some voting rights for certain things that may happen with the organization. So you can influence your team, access VIP rewards, exclusive promotions, and join a global community of super fans. So let's call them super fans. Do we have any super fans out here? Anybody that's a super fan of a team? I mean, you're a diehard such and such fan. This is your squad, whether it be in whatever arena: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. This could be of interest here. Again, if it's adopted, more and more as I'd imagine as we reopen the economy, as sports teams start to get back their fans in-house in the stadiums and things like that, and as blockchain becomes cryptocurrency become more accepted, sports teams may find value in something like this to provide for their fans. Fan tokens are your digital pass to the teams you love. Unlike normal membership, fan tokens never expire and are yours to keep forever. So you have these fan tokens. So own a share of the influence of your team, influence team decisions, earn once in a lifetime rewards, follow teams, and trade your token values can go up or down. So so here's how it works. Okay. So here's the app. You can exchange. You can actually acquire Chiliz through the app via Visa or MasterCard. You can exchange your fan tokens, take decisions, unlock rewards as you participate. And they have some reviews. They have you refer friends to the app, and you can win Chiliz from hunting tokens in groups to discussing your preferred poll option, influence your club collectively. Socios.com is much better with friends. So if you're not only the only super fan, but you got super fan friends, then that could be a place for you as well. So let's take a look. What does poll say? Rewards, fan tokens. So let's see here. If I click on fan tokens, it may show some of the. Okay. So here are here are some of the upcoming or the new additions for this experience. You have your UFC, which looks to be starting to trade on 6 days from now, the end of the month. You have Vitality, the esports gaming space, looking to start trading. Fan token offer. The offering opens on the 1st of July. I still haven't set a date for SCCP or VCF, Gallo, Burr, Ala, Lev, Argentina, Roush. These are open. So Argentina is already open. Roush, AM, Auburn. Now I don't know all of these. I don't know. These are all global, probably mostly soccer teams. This is a professional fighters league. Opened on 331 Professional Fighters League. I guess that's probably like some type of MMA. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I wish. Can I click on this? Navora. I can't click on it. That didn't work. And so all of these, I'm pretty sure some people know their emblems and know the logos and stuff like that. So that's the fan token offering. So these are what has already come on board, what's coming on board. As far as different organizations are concerned, to participate here and offer this to some of their fans. That's the companies. Let's look at some of the rewards. See if we get anything here. So this is interesting. So all about fan tokens. You have a VIP section. Now here's the thing, guys. I know here in the United States, some of these, what we're seeing here, is not as popular here in the United States as it is around the globe. They say soccer is the most popular sport. I believe that's what they say. But obviously it's not as adopted as popular here in the United States as it may be across the globe. So this may be their way of again, they got super fans for some of these soccer teams, Barcelona, Manchester City, stuff like that. You have meet and greet, you have events that you could get access to, collectibles that could be acquired, some of the, I guess, signed jerseys, stuff like that. That's pretty cool to exchange those tokens out for. Then you have your merch from Socios merch. Which I imagine that you could exchange tokens for as your crew tokens. You can exchange them for fan rewards. So I can see where, as a super fan, this may be of interest to me. As far as Social is concerned, if my team was on there and I wanted all the paraphernalia, wanted the helmets, I wanted to go to the events, I wanted to meet the players. And we do this right now in a sense, right? So, I think here in Atlanta, they'll have before the season, you'll be able to go over to like the training camp or whatever in football and go and take a look at training camp and stuff like that. This might be a way to be able to do that less expensively, or make it exclusive for the fans and kind of keep them, in a space. So social is very interesting what they're doing here. And again, they got as 2021 as we continue to go through 2021, they did say they got an office that would be opened up here in the United States, which Philadelphia 76ers is the first, I guess, first U.S. sports team to add this. to adopt this or to onboard onto this platform. But there was something else that I saw, and I don't know. Maybe it's here. That would tell us, they gave me an indication of, oh, hey, the token rank. All right, I want to look at the token rank. So here's the different projects. Here's the token rank based upon, the popularity of the tokens that are on the platform. And we see here, now this is interesting. Now take a look here. So just like we saw earlier with cryptocurrency, just as a whole cryptocurrency, we have basically a fan token rank over here, and talks about the kind of money it looks like that is in this space. And these are all tokens. So a Barcelona token, it's currently, I don't know, just $14.51. I think that's what that stands for, 1451. And then it looks like they have 2,900 Barcelona tokens that are. Oh, this might be a little small. Let me see if I can make this bigger. So this is already being adopted. They got all, I don't know if I'm reading this right. Because they got all these dots, 2.95.654. I'd imagine that's 2.9 million tokens. I'd imagine that's what that stands for. And I imagine this is $14.51. And if that's the case, then this looks like we're talking about 4,200 million. 14 times 3 is 42. All right. So 1450. So $42 million is wrapped up in this Barcelona fan token. Manchester City, $32 million wrapped up in the Manchester City. So they already have some adoption in this space from fans of the Barcelona of Manchester City. We have $26 million. Now, this is not a lot of money, a huge amount of money, but again, talking about $7.34 for a fan token that actually goes up and down in value based upon supply and demand. And then you have the amount of tokens that are already in circulation, 3.54. So 3.54 Galatasaray fan tokens are in supply or circulating in supply at $7.34 per token, given a market cap for this token at 26 million. So we have super fans who look either, I'd imagine super fans who've acquired these tokens and are participating in this fan experience and in voting and stuff like that. So it in a sense, what I'm saying is it's a thing. Okay, it's a thing. I don't know all of these Roma, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Rev, OG. This is it looks like his origin. I think that's the esports. And then it kind of moves down to a place where you start to move where you don't have, they haven't been added yet. These are tokens that will be added shortly. That's why they're at zero. Professional Fighter League, $1.31. So you do have some money that's out in this space. You do have super fans who are participating in this space. And this is all sports and entertainment, decentralized, social fan experience, giving them voting rights, giving them rewards for their the team that they that they like most. So I thought that was I think this is just a very interesting social token. I think it has some limits as it relates to its long trying to project value in the future. I mean, it's something I would have to follow. It's something that more and more teams would have to adopt, especially if you get more and more of these popular teams in the United States. The LA Lakers. You get Sixers is a very good start. You start looking at some of the popular franchises. I don't know. What's a popular franchise? We have what's going on, Love and Spirit? No, this is we're looking at Chiliz today. SOL was yesterday. So this is Chiliz, the Chiliz token. So Chiliz is again, powersocios.com, which is for sports and entertainment franchises to provide a fan experience through fan tokens. So that's what we're discussing today. SOL was yesterday. So all of those teams that we just mentioned are on the Socios, have joined socios.com, and they offer fan tokens for fans that want to have that experience. So let's take a look here at this fan token stats. Let's see what this says. So just again, we do have some, just some uniqueness that takes place in this crypto space. Some people will, will be acquiring the tokens to participate in the experience. Others might acquire the tokens for its fluctuation in value. And again, I think as I would like to see, me particularly, I'm thinking of I'm trying to think of some of the most popular teams, right? I know LA Lakers. Why am I having a brain fart? So the Lakers will be a basketball, football, I guess like a Eagles or a Raiders, even though they're not as popular anymore. Obviously, the Bucks would be. The Kansas City Chiefs will probably be, very popular now. Baseball, the Yankees. I'm just trying to think about teams. Dallas Cowboys, right? Like, if one of those like major teams were to say, you know what, this is the route that we want to go to provide, Pittsburgh Steelers, our diehard fans with this experience, that could really be a big boost to the value of the Chiliz token, which is what they would acquire. So there'll be a higher demand for those Chiliz tokens to then convert them to be able to acquire the fan tokens for whatever team. So this is really incumbent upon the franchises which find value in what they're doing, what they have already done for some of these soccer teams, and then now make it more mainstream with some of the American teams adopting this as a social space for their fans. And that's the value in it. The value is all about the fan experience. It's all about giving a little bit of power to the fans who make the franchises, who makes sports entertainment what it is. Beyond the athletes, you got to have the fans, and the fans keep the money coming in, keep the TV deals coming in, stuff like that. So to provide something for the fans, what they probably already do. They already have some fan experiences that they offer, probably to season ticket holders and things like that. But this is just taking it to the blockchain, taking it to decentralized space. Now, I don't know. Because this is all okay. So this is all about the value. And what's interesting here is that these tokens, they actually have value. I mean, they have some value. It's not just like, that's what I find interesting. It's not just like it's like you have a token, like you go to an arcade, you have a token that you use to play the arcade game, which represents whatever you put in, $1 to get 4 tokens, which would be quarters. But these digital, fan tokens have a price, have a value to them that you could then acquire. And because they have a value to them, they could also be traded between each other. When I say value, they have a price. Let me say, when I say value, they're going to have value anyway, but then they have a price associated with it. And then they have a market cap associated with it, saying, hey, here's a $14.64 token for, I guess, our most popular franchise that's listed right now, FC Barcelona. And so to acquire this token, you need $14.64. And then here's what it gets you. But then also, because it's very popular, which signifies that there could be a huge demand for this particular token, that $14.64 that you paid on June 24th, it could be worth $25, by the end of this year, because it's a very popular token. So from a fan experience, I'm able to get a token that could increase in value, and it's mine forever. And I could say later on down the line that, I'm gonna switch teams. I'm no longer a Barcelona fan. I'm a Manchester fan. and my Barcelona tokens could now be worth $25 or $30. I don't know. And I'm able to do some type of exchange for another team that I might have interest in. This is just very, 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 very interesting. That not only can I participate and have rewards, but then also I can become a mini trader in a sense for these tokens that are on this socios.com platform. And look what they're doing. They got stats and stuff for all this stuff. I mean, this is bonkers, man. You wouldn't think that you have this type of functionality for a fan experience. So not only does Chiliz have some type of price and value, but the fan tokens that you exchange for your Chiliz tokens has a price and value. I mean, that's just insane. Now, I don't know what that really means, though, right? So, Nova Clara looks like, this is a gainer. It jumped up 6% in one day. So the fans that own the Nova Calcio tokens had an increase in the value of the tokens that they own of 6%. You got your fan token offerings which are being offered. I mean, you know what? This is a place, honestly, guys, that someone could decide. This is a space that they want to, what I would say, they want to specialize in. I mean, there's so many different places in the crypto space to become a specialist. I can become a specialist in fan token offerings or something like that. This is crazy. So we have some new Rouse Fenway Racing that'll be added. Looks like, well, we already passed 6-1. I don't know if it's added, but it's $2 to start. So some of these tokens look like they start at $2, $1.80, or whatever the case may be. So can you imagine if you got a fan token offering for Manchester or Barcelona, and you paid $2 for it, and then now it's $14.86. Wow. Okay. Overall fan token market. I think we already looked at this. Got 21 tradable coins. I mean, this is a whole market in itself. I mean, this is crazy. You got your crypto coin market, and now you have a fan token market that they are. Oh, okay. So this is basically your Chiliz. Okay, this is basically your Chiliz here. Okay. Wow. Any rate, you got 29 fan token offerings. Now, again, this seems to be a place where legit fans could have some fun. Wow. I mean, they got all these stats too. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it looks like, okay, obviously October 2019, not much. June of 2020, they had 8.6 million offerings that took place. That's the largest month so far this time last year. And then last month, they had 993,000 tokens distributed. So I would like to see, this is an interesting chart as well, because it kind of shows that, I mean, they had this time last year, they had a huge month. When we look at a year later, that's a big difference. That's a drop off of, from 8.6 million to just under a million. I mean, it's down, they didn't distribute as much. So that could show that the adoption or the popularity has dwindled off. Maybe it was super, when it first came out, became very popular. People believed in it. But then now, as time goes on, some of that heat wears down. It starts to get a little cold. So it may not be as popular of a thing as it was when it first came out. You see what I'm saying? So that's, I like that they're being, they're showing their results. I don't have to go look for it. I can look here and kind of gauge, some of the, again, some of the popularity, which is kind of important. As more and more tokens get distributed, it becomes more and more popular. That could show the huge demand. Huge demand could drive up prices, which would basically show some appreciation for the token, the Chiliz token, which is then converted or used to trade or to acquire the fan tokens. So, at any rate, that's a look today at Chiliz, the Chiliz token, a sports and entertainment token. I think a fun token. When teams come on and have some fun with the fans, but then also could very well be a token that increases in value as more teams come aboard, more fans participate, and it drives demand for the token to then acquire those fan token experiences. That's our time here today, guys. What do you guys think about Chiliz? You put that in the comments below. Also, if you are introduced to learn something new today as we jump into this crypto space. I mean, what I'm attempting to do here is show these different spaces that crypto is in, and then I believe that everyone comes from a different background and platform. They may find different crypto that may be of interest to them. If you're not a sports fanatic, if you're not really into sports, this might not be something that's of interest to you. But maybe yesterday when we looked at Solana, and you're more of a developer, you're more of an engineer, you're more of a technical type of person, that might have been of interest to you. But you can find interest, and then once you find interest, you can decide, if it's something that you want to dive further into as it relates to this crypto space. I think the crypto space itself is interesting, and there's a lot to it, but we don't have to learn it all in one day. We can take it one bite at a time, one day at a time, as well. So if you learned something today, just put some pineapples in the chat to represent that you at least came across something new today, whether you have an interest in it or not. I think crypto is, here's what I would say. I think crypto is something that's worth learning about. Okay. That's what I would say. I think crypto itself is something that's worth learning about. I may not take positions in everything that I present, but I'm just trying to go through so many different tokens. We won't go through them all. I'm not going to get through 10,000, 11,000 tokens. That's not what my purpose is. But as I come across new and interesting things, I try to present it, and try to learn about it, and try to share the experience with you as well. That's our time here today on the Money and Power Show. I want to say thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for hitting the like button, the share button, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for learning with me. I don't know. I think tomorrow we'll cover XRP. Cover XRP tomorrow. That's haven't talked about XRP in a while, but I love the space that we're in right now with let's say with prices being suppressed. It gives a great opportunity to learn about cryptocurrency, and then also quite possibly take positions in some currency at a low price. Again, depending on what we have interest in. I want you guys to remember this, man, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build and keep on building as we climb together. We all got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we really need. Thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.